Hello, everybody. This is Vito from Perfect Storm Gaming, and we have with us Mr. Reaver from TeknoParrot. Welcome to the show, brother. Thank you. I really
Hello.
appreciate you agreeing to do this with me. I know it's late for you, and I appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, we were supposed to do this long time ago, so
Yeah, and
it's
then I hurt my back at work and was out for a month.
oh, I didn't know about
Yeah, yeah.
that. Are you okay now?
Oh, I'm great now. Yeah, just great. Okay, so let's get this started. First question comes from my boy Alan with the channel, and it's going to be: where did you grow up, and what was your childhood like? Like, what influenced you to start doing techno power? Like, what got you into it? What made you start? Like, what made you start doing this?
Well, the life story is I grew up in like broken home in this city like 100 kilometers from Helsinki, around 1 hour driving, and it was not easy. I was with my father more. Thankfully, I had my grandmother and other people who gave me good influence, but I was very like hoodlum when I
Okay,
was a child. It
so
was pretty funny. I was like remembering some. I was in this spa with my daughter just last week,
hmm
and we were swimming, and then this memory came into my mind when I was a child, and we were in and we had this outside pool area which cost money next to the ski
hmm
jumping towers or whatever, and we would go there always illegally under the fence or whatever,
gotta do what you
and
gotta
do
do, brother. Gotta do what you
yeah,
gotta
but
do.
that, like then we saw some American or British tourists, I guess, and we were just swearing at them and stuff. And yeah, I had wild childhood and had fights and a lot of stupid stuff.
Okay, so you grew up very similar to me. Like, I grew up in a very impoverished area, and as you said, it was basically quote unquote the hood. So yeah, very similar to me. Uh,
Well, we don't have that kind of hoods here, but
No,
yeah, it
no,
was
no. It's very, it's kind of different. Yeah.
from like this poor area with these
Yes.
like
Yes. Very poor area.
Soviet style buildings and stuff. So
Yep. And I grew up the same way. I grew up with a single mother. My mother raised me. My father left when I was young, and yeah, definitely a different childhood. That's for damn sure. All right. So moving on to the next question. I see you wear what looks like a Bitcoin emblem necklace. Are you one of those Bitcoin multi-zillionaires, or like what got you into doing techno parrot?
well, TeknoParrot and Bitcoin have nothing in common. So was it like two questions?
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, basically, it was asking you, are you into Bitcoin? Is that why you wear the Bitcoin necklace, or is that part of the hip
Yeah,
hop thing?
yeah. That's why I got it long time ago when and I it's custom created in Moscow
Very nice.
from at this goldsmith called Glutman. He also made some other jewelry, but nowadays I don't like get much any of this kind of stuff. I try to
Keep it humble.
well, not humble, but I think in life you should be like a character in a video game. That's why I don't play so much anymore because I think more that I should be the. We have one life. Well,
Mhm.
that's what Christians say, anyways. The Gnostics say we have many lives, but and you should live it to the fullest and do a lot of stuff and just experience it rather than just be playing. But
Yep.
it's a like I don't even understand what I was.
No, no, no. I understand fully. Basically, live your life to the fullest and don't leave nothing out. I got you, man. I agree with you 110%.
Yeah, so many times when I do stuff, I just try to do the 100%. Like on TeknoParrot, I've been working with it so many years with lost profit. Like for many years, I just spent insane amount of like resources to get it running, and then finally when it got running good, the Patreon got banned,
Yeah,
and
that
then
was
and it's
constantly
funny.
hacking
Still,
you guys,
people
right?
complain that oh you should do it for free and like it's like any other job. We have like contractors
hmm
who I pay from the subscription fees, and then we pay our servers and whatever else we need, and then but yeah.
So, what
And it,
got you? What got you into emulation? What got you into doing this? Like, what's your background? Like that kind of thing.
when I was a young boy, would like have games with. Uh, I would crack games when I was like 16 or something. I don't remember. I was very young because I got annoyed. Oh, no, it was actually in. I don't know. What do you have when you are on the ninth grade or the eighth grade?
Eighth grade is junior high school, and ninth grade is
Okay,
freshman. That's freshman
okay,
of high school.
okay. Well, anyways, at that times I started to be interested in like reverse engineering. I was like looking through these hacker forums and getting used to Vares scene, which was like just publishing illegal games on FTP servers, not this what we have nowadays where you have torrents and websites and stuff. Back then there was like FTP servers on ISP backbones, and these criminal enterprise organizations would run the scene and release the movies and whatever else.
Hmm.
And then I got into that bunch of people, and I would crack games until I was like 20 something, but then I quit because you are doing it only for hobby, and it's like very time consuming.
Right. No, I understand completely. Now,
So
what?
it's like I think 16 years Techno Gods has been on
Wow.
like existing, and I think 16 years ago or something I stopped cracking, and I started working on game mods, and then just I somehow uh, got into emulation.
Okay. And that leads to
But
the next question is when and why did you create Techno Gods, and where did the name TeknoParrot come from? You said 16 years ago. That's amazing. That's amazing that
well,
it's been
yeah,
around that long.
well, Techno Gods has released other stuff before, like Modern Warfare. What do you call it, loader where you could play on LAN without internet connection, and Red Alert 3 server emulator, Mercenaries 2 server emulator, and a lot of other like gaming mods. And then TeknoParrot, it started. It was pretty funny. I my friend here, he has this arcade called Sugoi. It has like maybe over 100 cabinets or something, and you pay an entrance fee, and
Nice.
then you can play for many hours, how much you want.
Hmm.
And I purchased my first cabinet from him, and
Hmm.
it was like this X-Men fighting game, but it's not one of those CPS games. It was, I don't remember the name. I should check. Wait, I'll
Well,
check.
like X-Men versus Marvel or something like that. Marvel versus Capcom, one of those, right?
No, none of those.
Oh, maybe it was one of those what are those Mugon ones, or what are they called? Where the
No, no,
people
no.
make their own.
It's real arcade PCB.
Oh, okay.
It, it had like this real strange name. It's one of the originals.
Is it X-Men Children of the Atom or something like that?
No,
Okay, I tried.
it's one versus one game, but it's like,
Gotcha. So you were talking about the game from Avengers, and then I was asking you, where do you see TeknoParrot in the next 5 to 10 years? Do you see it continuing? Do you see you guys moving on to another project, or what do you see you guys doing?
well, we are just gonna see what the next day brings us, because you never know. Maybe something will get taken down again. Maybe some new systems can be done without these CPUs. We don't know. It's just that always finding new things to work on.
I hear you. Besides increasing the number of subscribers, do you need any other help or support from the gaming community to help TeknoParrot do more? We want to support you, and that's the absolute truth. We love what you do, and we want to support you. So, what do you need from us, the subscribers in the community?
Well, we need bug reports obviously to make it better, but the most hardest part always in arcades in is to finding the PCBs, to finding the dongles, to finding this kind of stuff. So we typically, if we need some games, we are willing to buy them just to work on them,
Okay.
because many times normal people cannot maybe dump the PCBs and
Right. Right.
Mm.
Okay. So
but,
that's a good thing to know. Now, the
but
next set
it's
of questions. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, it's a blessing nowadays that a lot of people like dump games. I know it's morally suspicious, but it's still preservation. So
right?
I always say that if you are a corporation, you should always adapt to your surroundings. If something changes and you start to lose profit, you should like evolve your corporation. Like with when we supported like Gundam and it got really big, and
Hmm.
then Namco put it on Steam, and then
Okay.
they made ton of money with that. They're like you need to be smart instead of suing everyone and like going crazy like Nintendo is doing.
Nintendo don't fuck like
I mean, if you sell their pirated consoles or pirated games, I understand that's you cannot do that, but well,
I mean, they're dumb because they're losing money. If they just released them, they would make money. If they released half these games in like 100 game integrums for the Switch, people would snatch them up so fast, man, so fast. Um, yeah, it's crazy. These next set of questions come from Chris Coolmod. Do you know who he is? Chris Coolmod. He makes Lightgun drives and he makes these really cool drives.
no, I don't associate with drive makers because it would be harmful for me.
Okay, understandable,
It's
totally
good side
understandable.
for the
No, no, no.
developers.
I get it. I get it completely. But his name is Chris Coolmod. He's a pretty cool dude. He's from Canada. Really cool guy. He's a real nice dude. He loves your product. He's got a bunch of questions for you. He's asking issues and suggestions for 2025 update universal input configuration. Why is it still not possible to set all game inputs in one step, covering X input, raw input, and steering wheel?
Well, nobody just hasn't worked on it at all. I know the UI is being heavily upgraded currently,
Okay.
but we haven't made public announcement about that yet. But
Alrighty.
you will get now
Well, yeah.
information.
And listen, unless you, like I said, if you don't want me to put that question in, I won't. But
No, no, it's fine. It's fine.
okay.
And mm,
Okay, so you are working on a UI upgrade because that's what my buddy Mike, Multi Mike Gaming, who works with me on the channel, that was his one question. When are you guys going to update and modernize the UI? He says it's a pain in the
but
ass.
it's like one of the developers just works on it for fun, so
Hmm.
I have no idea because
Okay,
he's just he's not a contractor,
got it.
so
So
he just works on it when he has time, and so I have no ETA. Many of these people who just want to help with the code, like D-Roll made some awesome changes. I think yesterday for what is this game called Battle Gear 4.
hmm,
So the emulation would be much better, and he's just doing it in the open parrot source. So if somebody wants to help, you can also improve those games that are in open parrot. But
very nice.
uh, so I don't ask for anything for these people. They work if they want, and if they don't want, then they don't have to. But
Totally understandable. The wiki. This is about the wiki. He says the wiki is outdated. The wiki is not up to date with fixes and setup guides. Why
yeah,
hasn't it been updated?
yeah. I started to recode the wiki. It was originally in GitHub, but
Hmm.
then Tato took down the wiki
Oh
for
shit.
some bullshit like, oh, you have this picture here, and they took down the entire thing. So then I moved it inside our website and I started to recode it. I still have the incomplete code on my PC,
Hmm.
which would have uh, put all the information in databases and then and made everything like super generic.
Hmm.
So then the community could work on them through this editor, but
Oh, nice.
I never finished that, and it's not on the to-do list currently.
Gotcha.
People voted me to work on the Dead Smiles too.
Yeah. Okay. The logo download. This is a logo download issue. He said the logo download never completes. What causes this issue?
What logo download?
He said a logo download. I'm not sure what exactly that means. I guess the logos for the games. I'm assuming. I'm not entirely
I
sure.
don't know. It should work because they are on GitHub at least, unless Taito has taken that down as well. So
Okay. So
different thing.
well, I guess that answers that question. All right. So it's probably Taito. Um, Chris Coolmod, again, like I said, he's a drive maker, so he has literally numerous machines in his house. He's got an arcade cabinet like this. Then he's got his PC on his T. Like this dude's just got a bunch of. So he's just asking, why do I need to pay 4 separate subscriptions for my 4 computers? He's saying, could you consider offering a premium house connection share option? Like However many, like if I had me, my son, my daughter, I've got 4 kids, right? So if all 4 of my kids want to play TeknoParrot, I got to get them 4 separate subscriptions. But we're in the same house. Now I know it
No, you
works
don't
on the
have to.
PC. What was that?
You don't have to. You just get general, and then you have 5 subscriptions in one.
Oh, really? You could, yeah, but it's on different PCs though.
I- yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Really? Okay, I'll let him know that because I believe that's part of what his issue is. He's got
You
like,
can buy even there is like this one which is $250 or something. I don't even remember why I put it there when it has like 100 keys or something.
oh,
But
okay.
only problem with that is that then you have to lend the keys through the UI. If for example you have your own Mario Kart saves and I have my own, then
Hmm.
I would buy the kernel to get 2 keys, and
Right.
then I would put your email in the subscription. There is a lending option.
Oh, you could
So
do that? Okay. Yeah, because
and
that's what I
then
do. My cousin and I, Mike, Multi Mike Gaming. I paid for it, and then I keep one code and he keeps the other code, and that's how we did it. Saved this. I mean, it saved us $10, but yeah, that's what I guess Chris Kuma's just
so
looking
you
to.
yeah, so you can lend the key then to have. But
Okay.
it's just like the point always is to make everything free, which is sort of finished. I know many things get freed without being finished, but that's like the mentality typically.
Okay.
And so people, if you, some people should just wait a while, maybe then it will appear like Diego. But now I gave Diego like 6 months license or
Oh,
one
that's
year.
very nice, man. I was actually going to suggest somebody paying for that. I listen. People crack on that kid. He's a good kid, and obviously, he's got his things, and he's a good kid. But like people, I don't know, people slag that kid too much. I don't like it. He's a good kid. I'm proud of you. Good for you for doing that, man. That's very nice of you. That really is very nice of you for real.
Yeah, well, it was the team's idea as well, so
Very nice. Because yeah, he
great.
gets picked on too much. That kid gets a bad. He's a good Diego. You're a good kid, man. Everybody loves you. Global controller swap. There should be an option to swap all controllers across all games. Example:
Oh yeah,
Xbox to Lightgun.
yeah. That was one thing that I was working as well, and it's incomplete on my PC.
Okay.
I like I did the ROM scanner,
Hmm.
but I never finished the auto mapper
Okay.
because it's. I would like to if I would. Uh, how would I explain this? I would like to make the input system like plugin based.
Hmm.
So then I could have a plugin where it has like which is completely separated from the project as a library.
Okay. You know what
Then
I
then
could
it
do?
be then it wouldn't be so much of a hassle to because it's a big like stressful thing to record everything. But anyways, then we would even have like support for real cabinets on these games.
Right, yeah,
If
like mine, like mine. Actually, dude, you know what I could do? I could link you up with Jason Baker. He's the one who writes the automation for all these light gun. Basically, as soon as you plug in your light gun, it just knows what it is. It's crazy. It's insane the stuff that he does with this. So I'll have Jason Baker reach out to you. He's the one who makes this drive. I know you don't want to talk to drive makers, but he actually released the code to auto configure everything to the community. So that was one of the
oh,
cool things that he did. So I'll get you the information for that if you'd like. I'll send it to you through Discord.
okay.
Right. Okay. TechnoParrot admin rights. Remove games requiring admin rights to launch via TechnoParrot. That is Chris Coolmod. I guess every time he goes to launch a game, you have to give it admin rights. It's a pain in the ass. He wants to know if you
Yeah,
can remove that.
the problem is that some games need the admin rights. For
Okay.
example, some games use these old COM objects on Windows,
Hmm.
and we emulated those in some games to not require admin rights. I
Very
think
nice.
Mario Kart was one of them,
Okay.
but still some games have that, and it's like yeah, it's just something that we should do at some point, but it's not really a priority unless it gets requested.
Okay.
Because many times we don't like. I didn't know that we have more admin games. I guess I could check from our
Okay.
source code.
Well, I guess it's being requested. That's from Chris Coolmod. And then he's asking, this is Elf Loader version cleanup. Why keep the old Elf Loader game version when Elf Loader 2 is better?
Well, not all games work on Elf Loader too.
Okay. Alrighty. Good answer. Okay, now the next set of questions come from the people in the Light Gun Lunatics Facebook group who have absolutely the people in this Light Gun Lunatics Facebook group. I told you about them before. They love you. This person, Tracy S from Facebook, not a question, but please let him know that the Light Gun consumer base loves their work. So that's from the Light Gun consumer base. That's from Tracy.
Yeah, I've been
Tracy
trying
S.
to find some light gun maker who would have advertisement maybe at some point on TeknoParrot or something.
Oh, listen, I know a bunch of light gun makers. I'm pretty good friends with a bunch of them. I can again, I'll send them your way, man. I know
Because
Ugo
we
from
would like to get the best gun, and then we would, because there is a lot of guns that are not that good, so we would like to recommend like some
okay.
products so other users.
Gun for IR, obviously, to me, as of right now, is the best. And then you've got Chris Patch from BlamCon that are also supposed to be the best. I can get you in contact with Raymond Dye and JB Bonaparte from Gun for IR, and I can have Chris from BlamCon contact you if you'd like me to do that. And then I'll have
Yeah,
the smaller guys because
nice.
I'm good friend. I'll have Retro Shooter contact you. I will have Ugo from X Guns, Xena's Guns contact you, and this other guy, Gonzigo, who I'm working with now, who's creating me a new light gun. It's going to be custom to the channel, which is going to be badass. I'm going to be doing a review. So I'm actually good buddies with a bunch of light gun makers. So
Oh, that's very good
I'll
because
send
it
them
would
your
be
way.
nice to like have some partners so we could like recommend like this is the best trackball or well, trackball you could use and whatever else.
Absolutely. And then, like I said, the guys from Light Gun Lunatics, man, they have Light Gun Lunatics, they've got Arcade Lunatics, and they've got Retro Racing Lunatics. They love you guys. They've got probably 10, 12,000 members between the three groups. And yeah, no, they're itching to talk to you. This next one comes from Tony G from Facebook. She's actually a big light gun enthusiast. She's a cool chick. She's got a YouTube channel. Can you ask them to convert new light gun games as I'm bored with what they have already? She's like me. She likes all the new stuff.
So what
Um,
is her channel?
uh, let me look it up.
I'm now trying to check for you about the admin rights thing because I just need to install some tools here on this streaming PC.
Let me see if she's
Uh,
awake because she's in England right now.
oh, I don't think so. Isn't it like 2 a.m. in England?
I'll get the name of her channel and I'll send it to you as soon as I have it. Kevin L from Facebook. I would love for them to build a new UI. That seems to be a common theme. Um, any chance that you guys are going to get everything working with Botacera? Because I know Botacera has an issue with playing your games on it, right? So people are asking about the
Well,
Botacera.
that is Linux based thing. We don't support Linux.
Okay, there's no
But
chance of that in the future.
we will be with the new UI some, but I don't. I will. It's not announced yet. Okay, so I can see that one gun Midnight 6 requires, but 6RR doesn't. So then Revolt requires admin, Initial D0 requires admin, and Guitar Hero requires admin. Well, I'll talk to the team. Maybe we can do something about it.
Okay, John D is asking if you could free The Walking Dead. He wants to play The Walking Dead, and he just don't have the money for the subscription, so he's asking if you guys would free that game, or like,
That's
is there a roadmap anywhere for games that are coming off subscription to free
not
play?
really. Like we always just it comes when it comes. It's hard to explain.
Gotcha, gotcha. His second question, he's wanting to know if you guys would accept cryptocurrency because he's afraid when you guys got hacked. I guess he's afraid of giving his information.
But the information is not stored in our. Only thing we store is the information about the orderer because that's required by the European law. So we need to know his name and
Okay,
where he's from, so we can pay the taxes correctly. Here in Europe, every country has their own taxes, own VAT or whatever. So you have to like it's insane. But anyways, but we don't save any of the payment processing things. That's done by Shopify and PayPal.
okay,
and
perfect.
and so we used to have a cryptocurrency option,
Hmm.
but the current subscription plugin doesn't support that. But I could ask the developer, and then I could put it back because we used to have crypto.com.
Okay, yeah, I think you might get more subscribers because I don't do cryptocurrency. I have no idea how that shit works. I'm old school. I just want cash. You know
Oh,
what I
it's
mean? But
very, very small community. I don't think it would be that many. When we added PayPal, that was much bigger thing because
awesome.
there's not so many crypto users still yet. If you think about the normal people who just work and, like you said, you
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not dealing with crypto. I wish I got into Bitcoin back in 2004 when it came out. Jesus Christ,
It's never late to get to Bitcoin.
yeah, but it's like $30,000 for goddamn Bitcoin. So unless I use this computer,
Oh,
I'll learn how to
it's
mine.
84,000 today.
84,000. God damn it.
It was over 100, but it dropped from there.
Jesus. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Can I bliss, bliss,
Okay, hello, hello, hello.
bliss. From David C. Ask what happens if they get a cease and desist and we are left unable to play our games. Is there like a contingency plan, like a dead man switch? Like let's just say they fuck you guys over, and then you're like, all right, well we click this button now, everything free. Like, do you have anything like that available?
But we have gotten cease and desist, and I don't care. I don't give a
Ah,
fuck
that's my man,
because
Rebel.
I'm in Europe and I'm here in the cold north,
Right?
and we have very good laws against this kind of bullshit. You cannot do like you do in United States, where you just drown the other person in like million lawyers and all this stuff. It doesn't work here like that.
Good for you.
So basically, and also I have very good lawyers. So every
All right.
time we have gotten these things, I would always like we got DMCA takedown notice on when we had TeknoParrot on Azure servers on Microsoft.
Hmm.
But then our lawyer just wrote a reply, and it was all everything was just fine. But I still moved our servers away from Microsoft because then I couldn't trust them anymore. That
Hmm.
even though my server is in Europe and I get DMCA takedown threats from Microsoft.
Yeah,
I
that's
think it was done. I think it was done by Tato or Namco or something. But like there is nothing illegal. We don't have any like copyrighted code in our source code, and that's as long as the law is this, we will continue to operate.
um yeah. So that's good. All right, so that's good to know. You guys are like, eat a dick. We're gonna do what we want. I love that. I love that. I love Rebel.
Yeah, and the source code is with many people and some archivers as well who would never get takedown noticed. So it will never get like obliterated.
Okay. Another question from my boy Michael Dishon, who works on the channel Multi Mike Gaming. He wants to know if you guys would do a lifetime subscription, like you pay X amount of dollars and you have it for life.
No, 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 no. Only if you want a long subscription, you should be a creator like Perfect Storm Gaming.
Oh, wow! Thank you. That's awesome. I love you.
So I will give you this kind of keys. I think we also gave it to this video game Esoterica guy. He makes great videos. So,
Oh, wow! Thank you, man.
so we gave him some keys as well. So just because many times the creators, well, I'm a creator myself, so I get a lot of stuff also. So I always like to respect the creators because it's a very hard job to be a creator. It's not like you just put on a video camera and you start to play. You need to think what you will do
Hmm.
and say and like when you I mean when you are growing up or going up as a creator, it's a
Yes.
very hard start because you need to find your own thing and
Yep.
like you have
That's what
found
I've been
your
doing.
thing and video game esoterica has found his, and so it's respectable.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that very much. And I wow, I thank you. I have nothing, that's very wonderful. Nice of you to say that. Thank you so much. This next question is from Phyllis. Philip. He's the creator of Lightgun Lunatics, the big Facebook group. Can they please fix the camera issue on Mario Kart? He wants, I guess, it takes a camera of your face, a picture of your face, and puts you on the thing. So he's seeing if you guys would fix the camera issue.
What is the camera issue? The camera works fine if you have the correct camera, I think.
Okay, I'll let him know that. Well, what cameras are good for it? Do you know by chance?
I think it was some Logitech one. I really don't remember. I need to ask the. If you come and ask this same question on my show on Saturday, I will get it.
Oh, all right. I work Saturday, so you'll see me at the firehouse if I remember.
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
I'll
that's fine.
jump in. Thank you. This one is from
I'll
Michael
just write
C.
it in the chat.
What'd you say, brother?
No, just write it in the chat is okay as well, of course, if you're
Yes.
working.
Yes. This one comes from Michael C. Ask them if they can get Afterburner Climax free version working with AMD. I guess it doesn't work with AMD chips. I get that's the thing
So
that Diego was having that issue too, right? With bug busters or bug busters as he calls it. Um,
no, Buckbusters was some strange thing. He claimed that it doesn't work on Intel, but I have Intel here, I have AMD here. It works on all my machines. So many times with these kind of errors are like some plugin is missing or some codec is missing or something like that.
gotcha. Alrighty. And then Sean Dick is asking the question that everyone's going to be asking, the one that I asked you a million times: Is Halo Raven Fire Team going to be in the works? And I remember the answer, but you can answer it again if you don't mind.
Yeah, well, the elf loader is getting renovated now, so it's getting like recoded and how it handles the elves and everything. It's getting super generic now,
Mm-hmm.
and when we have it super generic on like on 32 bits, then we will start to check the 64 bits. But it can be very difficult because of the libraries and everything. But it's it's not gonna happen anytime soon. Still, the elf loader 2 renovation is going on, and during this renovation we will also take all the elf loader 1 games and CS Neo and everything and move it to the elf loader 2, like someone was asking before, but that's currently under works.
Okay. And then Sean A is asking, curious to know what games will be released from subscription status and when. You said that there's no time frame and you guys are working as you go, so that's the answer to that question, right?
Yeah, but this Saturday we will put something out free.
Oh, cool, cool. And this last question is going to be from Alan yet again. Alan from my channel. He's a big spiritual guy. He's a Christian as well. So is Joe Kate. I'm not very religious, but I respect people's need for religion. He said in one of your recent Techno God live shows, you mentioned a strong belief in God. Have you always held?
What do you mean need for religion?
I'm sorry.
What do you mean need for religion?
So I'm not. I don't have. I personally don't have religious beliefs, but I respect the
But
need
why?
for people to be religious. Like I respect people's desire and need to be moral, and religion keeps people moral. They keep people in line. It gives people faith. It gives people a reason to exist. So I respect that. It's just I respect everybody's beliefs. You believe what you want. I believe what I want. That's how I look at it. But Alan is a spiritual dude, so he's asking, um, have you always held such beliefs, or have your beliefs evolved and grown as you have gotten older? And what do you think contributed to this? This is a good question.
Yeah, I smoked DMT, and
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
after that I became religious.
You smoked what now?
DMT.
What is? Oh, DM. Oh, the shit that Joe Rogan is talking about, and Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And I guess you saw God,
After
huh?
that, well, I saw many wonderful things. After that, I took many. I don't even remember how many trips I've taken, but I don't weave these things. They are very hard to get here because they are super illegal.
Hmm.
But there are some like shamans here and stuff who sometimes can get it, and I weave it more as a spiritual booster or like
Okay.
because now in the new studies that they're doing in the big universities, it grows neurons in your brain, so you actually get like
Smarter.
well, it creates bridges. So many times I wouldn't remember some childhood events, and after the trip, I would remember them like they would come to me. And
Huh.
it's a strange thing, and it's a
Yeah,
very
I've heard that.
humbling
I've heard that.
experience.
I've never done anything, but I've heard that DMT and I think it's ketamine can really put people in touch
I
spiritually.
never done ketamine or mushrooms or
Right.
LSD. I know a lot of people here with a lot of influence. They like to use LSD to elevate their. But yeah, I used to be at atheist or whatever, or I wouldn't believe in anything. But then after DMT, you sort of die, and then you see how meaningless you are, and then you are sort of reborn, and uh, you know that there is more than you can understand.
Gotcha.
Before that, I was very like egoistic and I know everything and I wanted to know everything. But after that, I'm just like, okay, wow, I don't know much of anything. So, like Mike Tyson says in this video, but it's a wonderful experience, and I view religion more as a like a tribe. So if
Okay.
you are Catholic like I am,
Yeah,
then that's your tribe, and I would never go to another tribe. It's like given to me when I was born, and and I respect all religions. I have a lot of friends who are atheists or Muslims, and we get pretty well along here in Finland. But
that's awesome. I'm the same
uh,
way.
yeah, but it's like something have seen it happen to some of my friends after like 35 or something. They suddenly get very interested in these things, and it's wonderful that we have freedom of religion. As long as you don't hurt anyone, then just bow down to whoever you want.
I agree 110%. This is going to be the very last question. It's from Alan again. I see that you are involved in Finland politics. What is your current role, and would you like to be more involved in politics and in the government in the future? Was that something you would do in the future?
Well, the the politics is funny thing. I was in the Finns party, which was the nationalist party before,
Hmm.
until they got taken over, like here in Europe typically happens. But I was in their like youth section when I was younger, and go to some meetings and stuff like that. And then I wasn't in politics for a long time, and then we started this our YouTube show in Finland, which is called Leveli. We get like millions of views per month, and
Wow.
we have a lot of like well, people have always want to come and talk to me on the street and whatever. And we have had a lot of crazy stuff like gangsters trying to rob me for my jewelry, and then they didn't know that I was because I'm here a deputy city councilman here in Helsinki, so I'm like one of the decision makers for the city. So what I was explaining is that before we cut off, I guess currently we have elections. I think in month or two, and then the deadline is next Tuesday to go in another municipal election or whatever, for the regions. So I might be running. I have a meeting tomorrow, but we'll see.
All right, and that concludes the exclusive interview with Reaver from TeknoParrot, only on Perfect Storm Gaming. If you like the interview and you like what you just saw, please like, subscribe, and share. Please let us know if there's any other questions you'd like us to ask Reaver. I'm sure he would love to come on the channel and do a second part to this. If you have any questions, please ask in the comments below. Like and subscribe once again, and catch you in the next interview series. Peace out.